There will be spoilers for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 later in this video. You have been warned. I was exploring the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 subreddit when I found this post of Nia throwing Rex over his stupidity, which was kinda funny. But what really intrigued me was a thread in the comments by users Amatrine7 and Frazzle64. They pointed out things that both Melia and Nia share, and I added my own idea. However, I continued to think about it and began to wonder, how many things do Melia and Nia really have in common, no matter how seemingly unimportant? The list is longer than you'd think. But before we begin, Shulk had a vision. It's of you not hitting the like and subscribe button. He says you look sad. Hit like and subscribe so that we can change the future together. That was the dumbest shill I have done yet. First of all, as Amatrine and Frazzle both mentioned, Melia and Nia share gray hair, have the ending of IA, and their names go in alphabetical order. You may be wondering, but Jackie, this is the English dub, not the original, and you would be correct. But I checked it in Japanese as well, and the names are similar to their English counterparts. Melia's Japanese name is pronounced Maria,
我が名はメリア。
and Nia's name is Nia.
Nia!
While the ending is changed in the literal translation for Nia's name, the names rhyme, so it seems more intentional than not for the endings being the same, especially with Japanese using characters rather than a typical alphabet. Although the names going in alphabetical order could be a coincidence, because I am not sure how something like that works in Japanese. If these three things were the only comparisons I could draw, I would not have looked into this any further. However, the similarities run deeper. Melia and Nia are both set up to have romantic interest in the main character, but get shafted. In Melia's case, it is because Shulk finds out that Fiora is alive, and for Nia, it's because Rex is a dumb, thirsty fuck, and he just wants some titty. In addition, Nia and Melia are both only half human. Melia is half Hyentia, while Nia is a flesh eater. Also, they are both primarily ether users. Melia uses a magical staff, summons elementals, and boasts the highest ether stat amongst the Xenoblade 1 party. Nia, as a driver, also has the highest ether stat of Xenoblade 2's party, and primarily uses that to heal. However, she is also considered one of the best users of the ether cannon weapon class in Xenoblade 2, which literally has the word ether in the name. The reason I bring this up is because you should give the sassy Welsh cat a gun.
What?
As a blade, Nia is considered the best healer in the game and has several ether attacks as well. Speaking of ether, both characters have a plot point that is because there is low ether in their surroundings. Melia has to be saved by Charlotte because she had an ether deficiency. This allows Rex... I have Rex in my notes. This allows Rex to meet Alvis and fight his first Telethia. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh my god. This allows Shulk to meet Alvis and fight his first Telethia, which pushes the plot forward. As for Nia, when she joins you as a blade, it is in the Spirit Crucible Elpis, where the party is limited because the ether is being absorbed. This leads to Nia being affected like the other blades rather than like Rex, and she finally reveals her true form to Rex. The pair are also older than you would initially believe. Hyentia lived for much longer than Homs, and in Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Melia is confirmed to be 88 years old and 89 in the Future Connected timeline, despite looking similar in age to Shulk. Nia has no confirmed age that I could find. However, because she is a flesh eater, they don't really age like humans because she's half-blade. So, although Nia could be 20 or 30 years old, she would not age as such. This can also be referenced by Rex, believing she didn't look very old at the beginning of the game when she says,
A child salvager.
Jen, don't tell me we're gonna have to hire some babysitters for this outing too.
What the hell? You look as much like a kid as I do, lady.
Also, interestingly, both join directly before Anapon joins the party. Once you save Melia, you head to Frontier Village and get Ricky as a party member soon after to help you finish off the large Telethia. In Xenoblade 2, Nia gets captured in Torragoth, and Tora saves Rex and Pyra from Brigid so that they can rescue Nia later. This point is more than likely a coincidence, however. The final major thing that I want to mention is that both characters have a pretty large gotcha moment as compared to the rest of the cast. In Xenoblade 1, Melia isn't turned into a Telethia like the rest of her species, allowing her to continue traveling with the party. In Xenoblade 2, when Nia finally reveals her blade abilities, She uses them to fight Malos by preventing his super destructo magic from being as effective, as well as defeat him, if only for a short time, by literally giving him super cancer. And people wonder why Nia is the best Xenoblade 2 character. Also, while writing the script, I realized two things really quickly. The first is that the person Melia and Nia get dumped for have an A at the end of their name in the English dubs, Fiora, Pyra, and Mithra, which isn't conserved in Japanese for Fiora, as it's pronounced Fiorun, or for Mithra as Hikari,
私は光
but it is for Pyra, Hanmura.
ホムラは
The second is that, in addition to being shafted for another party member, the people they get shafted for have seemingly died at one point in the story. Fiora is thought to have been killed in the attack on Colony 9, but comes back with a half-mech-on body. And while Pyra and Mithra never really die until the end of the game and are reawoken using the core crystal, there is a case to be made that they die at the end of Chapter 7 when they are supposedly just a husk and have lost all their memories, but come back as Numa anyway. Either way, my point still stands. So, as Amatrine mentioned in their original post, if there is ever a Xenoblade Chronicles 3, there is a possibility that one of the playable characters will be named Olivia, have gray hair, be of some other race than the rest of the party, like a dog girl or something, get shafted by the main character for another party member, possibly who died and came back to life, and possibly has some important power different from the entire party. Or who knows? Maybe we'll get absolutely bamboozled and Olivia will get out of the friend zone unlike Melia and Nia. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. If you enjoyed this video, I once again ask that you change the future and like and subscribe. This is the first time I've done something like this where it's been incredibly scripted. This entire thing was actually scripted before I recorded it, unlike most of my other videos. And if you want to see more Xenoblade 1 or 2, I've never played Xenoblade X and I know nothing about it, so I can't talk about that one. But if you want to see Xenoblade 1 and 2 content, let me know in the comments, because I'm sure I can find something. Appreciate y'all for watching to the end. If you did, if you didn't, I understand. But you're not going to be here for me to tell you I understand. Fuck me, what's wrong with me? Anyway, bye!